So we have to talk about this story. It's kind of funny, but it's not funny and just ridiculous. So Crypto.com sues user after refunding $10 million instead of $100. The interesting thing about this story is it did in fact resurface, and the mistake was discovered in a company audit just before last Christmas, and it took them 7 months to notice. This woman has spent quite a bit of the money, according to the article, and Crypto.com wants their money back. I don't blame them, but at the same time, if this person did in fact send the cryptocurrency to the wrong address, they wouldn't get a refund. So I don't know how this is going to hold up in court, but I will say if I did receive an amount of money, I would send it back. I've always been that type of person. It just doesn't feel good to me to see money on the floor or to see somebody leave something. I feel like people should be decent. I want to go ahead and toss this to Will, though, for his spicy take.
I mean, you never know what kind of person you are until you get $10 million in your MetaMask wallet randomly. So it kind of depends, right? We'll have to put you in that situation, then we'll find out. I do think you do the right thing, though. I think you're a good person, Wendy. But I think this story is pretty great because this is going to happen in crypto, and it has happened in the past. And here we get like the full story, right? So we have a woman who goes and buys a mansion complete with a gym, and I think there was a movie set up as well. And then she also gave money to her daughter, like almost $500,000 for whatever purpose. And then they don't even show up in court, right? And so now the court is trying to claim back or claw back the mansion, and they're also trying to get interest on top of this. 10% interest, that's pretty good for pretty low interest rates across the globe last year. If you really want to make some money, try to do some reclamations in court. That's the way to go, I think. The whole story is perfect, though. And we've seen some of these instances in the past. BlockFi last year was the big story, right, where they accidentally sent a bunch of Bitcoin to a bunch of different users, and they had to go back and ask for it. And they basically just got tar-faced all over Twitter. No one really liked what they were doing, and they just made fun of them. And it happens, right? Like, you make mistakes, and it's really easy to put in numbers and accounts and like swap up between Bitcoin or USDC and send the wrong money somewhere else. It happens. And I think we'll see more of this happen as we move into a crypto future. But for now, I'm just enjoying like what a golden nugget of a story this is. This is fantastic. Jen, I'll give it to you.
Well, this is the beauty of crypto, right? No one can go into your wallet and take that money out once the funds have been transferred. I have a friend here in Canada whose tax return was deposited into someone else's bank account, $30,000, and that person spent the money, but the Canadian Revenue Agency was able to go into the account when money was in there and just take it out without telling them. That doesn't happen in crypto, which is good. But then in instances like this, there's no recourse. We have to depend on people doing the right thing. When I read the story, I was like, I hope when they asked her for the money back, she said at some point, well, fortune favors the brave, because that would have been hilarious. Wendy, what do you got?
Before sending it over to Zach, cough, cough, tornado cash, cough, cough, USDC.
Cough, cough. I don't think that citing the Matt Damon line would work in a court of law.
I just think it's funny.
I mean, it would be a pretty funny joke. Like,
Jen,
sure.
I think Jen,
Fortune favors the brave. Hilarious.
Matt Damon
out.
said in
I honestly feel like Jen
commercial.
would totally pull a Johnny Depp and just be like, when they were asking him, oh, were you drunk that night? He's like, were you there? I feel like Jen would like recite some sort of line.
Legally Blonde all over again. I'd be like, well, didn't you say fortune favors is it bold or brave? I don't even know. See, I wouldn't do so well.
It'd be the bold. Yeah. I mean, yes, fortune favors the bold. And that's why I purchased the mansion with the bank error in my favor that turned out not to be in my favor. But you're right. Do the right thing always, folks. If you get $10 million on accident in your exchange account, don't think that you just can take the money and run and there won't be repercussions, right? And that's what we're seeing here. Crypto is not the parallel universe that is completely at a remove from the real world. No, real world legal apparatuses certainly interact with crypto on a daily basis. And that is what we are seeing right here. Anyway, I like the Matt Damon bit. Thanks for rolling that, guys. Thanks, Control. Always good to see the Matt Damon.
It was nice
the Matt Damon thing.